Bernie Sanders. It hurts to breathe. I'm sweating. Bernie Sanders versus the Democratic Party.
It is worth every effort.
What's cracking, everybody? This is Marching Into Madness. I'm Bailey. And this is Same Shit, Different Day. We're going to discuss some local news topics, some things that are buzzing on the interwebs.
Timely.
I'm still wiping away tears. So first, we wanted to touch on the wonderful elections going on in our friendly neighbor down south.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The one where it's going to be the biggest one, I guess. Trump against Joe Biden, maybe.
Yeah, I think Joe Biden.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah. Who you think Bernie's got him?
I think Bernie Sanders is going to do good because he's polling everywhere else.
Yeah, well, how? What are these polls telling us?
He's doing. I can't read polls for shit. I just see the numbers and I just assume.
You just sit there and panic. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, because he's getting a lot of endorsements from a lot of sides now. Mm-hmm. He's doing good now. Trump is attacking him. Yesterday,
I think Trump was saving attacking him because Trump attacking him gets him headlines as well.
But Trump was attacking Biden when Biden was in lead.
Biden's the easy target, though.
But, and he
knows if he picks on Bernie, then everyone's going to talk about it online, and Trumpito gets even more fucking reach and traffic.
Huh. So you think he's planning? So you think that
he waited to pick on Bernie until now?
Or it's like a deflection?
Yeah.
For the
primarily
impeachment.
Yeah.
Even this war in Iran is a deflection.
Yeah, because who's talking about it now?
Yeah, it's going to be the drums of the media is going to spout war.
I just don't know. It even seems like a lot of the right. It just doesn't seem like people are down for.
It's because they know what happened in Iraq. It's based on the same premise. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like Iraq was based on kind of a lie.
Yeah.
Iran, low key, I think is based on a lie because I said he was planning.
Gulf of Tonkin, bro. They've already done it before, bro.
Yeah. What? What are you?
The Bush knocked down the towers, bro.
Oh, right, the song we're listening to.
But the Gulf of Tonkin's the fucking every conspiracy theorist points to it because it's unfortunately a fact that it was when they started the Vietnam War, they said they got shot at off the coast of Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
And that's what started the war. But they admitted about 10 years ago or something. The document was declassified that said they just made it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that there was no actual attack there.
It was so. There's a new word that I've discovered. It's probably an old word. It's called manufactured consent. And I know.
Oh yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I'm new to this.
Apparently. Go on conspiracy theorist YouTube and you're gonna fucking hear that all the time.
It's Iraq to me is a big one because there were no weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Blatant one there, and they lied to the general public, and they're going to do the same thing for going into Iran. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of different this time because, first of all, I think you were even telling me that Bush was selling the narrative before going to Iraq. He was doing it years before. He was like, we're going to go into Iraq, blah, blah, and then, bam, went into Iraq. Trump just went straight into Iran. So it's different in that sense. And he did it without asking Congress.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah, but I guess that's the topic for when we talk about it later, homie.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. And next one. The wildfire.
Wildfires, yes. So, Australia is very lit right now.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the poor koalas and those little wallabies, right?
Wallabies?
Yeah, wallabies.
What are those?
And joeys
Joey, oh my god, okay. Yeah.
And wombats.
Dude, did you hear what the wombat? I sent you something.
Yeah, the
earlier.
wombats digging the fucking little tunnels.
They're getting shit done. That's nature
That's super
fucking
cool.
coexisting right there.
That is very cool.
What
But
is-
like, I was trying to think logistically, what type of animals do you think could fit in their little holes, though?
I was thinking that too.
It's
So-
like a little bit bigger than a gopher hole. I've seen it. It's like yay big.
Yeah.
Right?
But they're huge. Wombats are pretty big. So
Yeah.
they're bigger than that.
I guess the dens would be big. You just have to be able to fit in the hole.
I assume koala bears will go there. Any small.
I feel like koala,
Yeah.
for sure.
Kangaroos have a.
Smaller ones, the wallabies.
What are wallabies?
They're like just smaller kangaroos.
What are wallabies?
They're just like small
How do you
kangaroos.
spell that?
WALLABY.
Oh, I've seen the
It's
shit,
just a smaller kangaroo.
but it's like fat or.
Yeah, he's like chubby.
So yeah,
He's
okay.
like the guinea pig to the hamster.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah. Okay.
Look at me with the anagrams.
Yeah.
But so big news. Jeff Bezos, right?
Yes.
Donated $650,000. Are you on the hippie train where you're grumpy, saying it's not enough of his overall
He
wealth?
makes more than that in a minute.
Yeah. So should he donate more? Mm-hmm. But I was trying to think, like, logistically, that does do a lot. 650,000
Not really.
to a fire. If you're donating it straight to a fire service, they're
I was
gonna-
reading somewhere it costs more to save it.
Yeah, but you can't expect him to pay for all of it.
But he should pay for a majority of it since he can literally save the planet.
But so once he sets that precedence, where does the bar stop? I'm just playing devil's advocate for
I know
rich
you
people.
are. I don't know. Yeah.
Right? Like once he goes and donates $3 million to the Australian wildfire.
Yeah.
What happens if he doesn't donate $3 million to the
Then people-
bushfires that happen in Brazil next year?
I mean, he should be. This is gonna sound like socialist me, but like he should still do that. Still,
I concur, but
he should donate because like
we live in a capitalist society.
that's the thing. He won't.
He doesn't have
He
to.
won't.
We can't
And-
expect him
and-
to have to
and
because of free will and determinism.
Yeah.
Bro, don't corrupt my deterministic views on life with your sharing bullshit ideologies.
I don't know.
If I want to go to the dentist, I'm gonna fucking pay for it.
Yeah, I don't need a handout.
Where's your bootstraps? They're not tight enough.
Yeah. Oh, these roads.
'em.
I get what are you going on with.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
So you gotta have them buckled up. Jesus, bro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We're trying to make a YouTube show and you don't get that concept. We're going nowhere quick. Quick. But so, there was also another lady who made an even larger donation
made
than
about-
Monsieur Bezos. Because
Who?
Monsieur Bezos,
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
yeah.
Good one. Good one. I got that.
And then, so she was it $750,000?
No, just 700.
Oh, still more than him. So $700,000.
Just 700.
I know it's a large amount, and this
Yeah.
woman should be given much credit. And
Yeah.
is she a model?
She's an
I see
Instagram
headlines saying that she's a model.
Same thing.
Let's stick with influencer.
Okay. What does she influence?
Beauty.
Okay.
What did she offer to make that money?
She offered her very scandalous nudes, and that got her Instagram taken down
Okay.
and stuff.
And the scandalous nudes in exchange for what?
Oh, money for directly for the charity.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. She gave the money for the picture to send it directly to the wildlife fires charities to help out with the relief efforts there. I myself have given money, by the way.
To her?
No, not to her. God. Could you imagine? That's a terrible
I wouldn't be
segue.
surprised.
That's
I
a
wouldn't
terrible
be surprised with your
Ouch.
digital habits, buddy.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
No, but to some other one. This is before I knew about her.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So.
Good.
Good. Yeah, it's good. And no, and now there are other like Kylie Jenner gave like $1 million, I think.
Good.
Or yeah, $1 million. There are other celebrities doing their part. I know Call of Duty has a DLC. 100% of that goes to the wildlife.
Cool.
Relief effort. Anyways,
I'm going next year, so I'm very interested to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Post
fire.
fucking fire.
I hope it's kind of almost there, back, because
It'll take some more time to bounce back. I believe it will bounce back, but it's going to take more time. It's not just a year.
And aren't there people being like arrested for this?
Yeah, I saw some wild headline this morning about a firefighter. Yeah, a firefighter that was off on bail from pedophilia charges.
What the hell?
That was lighting fires.
I can't be a child molester anymore, so I'm gonna light some.
This was like a Florida man headline.
Oh my! But
Felt like it. But Australian firefighters.
That's
like, oh.
funny, man. That is kind of weird, though.
I do feel bad with all those koala videos.
I do.
They're so sad.
Dude, 2 billion animals have died.
It's a lot of animals, bro. It's a very unique environment.
Very unique.
No more tarantulas, though. Hell yeah.
Well, f you. I love spiders, man.
Oscar nominations.
I don't even know.
You don't know?
No. Oh well, I know a couple of them.
All right, so we looked up the list.
And it turned out we've seen a couple of them.
A couple of them. So what do we got on the list? Quick fire. What do we got?
Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
The Irishman.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit. Joker. Little Woman. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Marriage Story. Parasite in 1917.
Okay.
I've seen about 4 of those movies.
I have admittedly seen not as many as I would like to have.
Okay. Which movies have you
lacking.
seen?
I saw The Irishman.
Okay.
And I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And Joker?
I actually did not see Joker yet.
Hey, you're not missing out.
I didn't bother.
It depends who you ask, I guess.
And I caught a bit of the Marriage Story.
Okay.
I didn't. I got bored. Not.
It's just 2 people yelling at each other. That's the entire time.
It was making me tense and anxious.
Oh, really?
It wasn't bad. It was good. I mean, it's a good thing if it's if movies making me feel those emotions. But it's like I don't really.
Definitely.
I'm kind of like bored and really uncomfortable. I don't want to watch.
That was me in fucking Vice with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this is kind of weird. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with this.
No, thank you. What Ford versus Ferrari? I presume it's F1. What is?
No, it's like when Shelby Motors had to beat I think Ferrari in the Grand Le Mans or something like that. It's like a race that they have, and Ferrari has won it every year since it was created.
Oh, the one in France.
Yes, France.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale and Matt Damon are in it, and they're both killers. Really good in that movie. But yeah, it's a great movie if you like cars.
The Irishman. Fucked me. I didn't like it.
It's too long.
Yeah.
It's too long and too much like exposition.
Too much. Way
too much exposition.
And sometimes like they did admittedly look good. The CG on them.
Robert De Niro didn't look that good. His blue eyes threw me off the entire time.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yes. It's a good it's a good movie to like watch in the background. I find.
I didn't like that. No. It's still too boring for that.
Oh,
there's so much
boring. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yo, there were just so many scenes of them just driving in the car.
Yeah, talking.
Such bullshit.
All of these movies I've noticed take place in a restaurant of some sort. If you haven't noticed.
That's a classic mob movie thing, though. It's just supposed to be because the culture revolves around food so much and this and that. It's an easy way to just, as like a screenwriter, it's an easy way to display like camaraderie and family when you're eating together. Gabagool, you know?
Mamma mia!
Yeah.
I'm Mario.
The one aspect I did like about it was how like all the deaths in it and whatnot was no spoilers. It was like done anticlimactically. Like none of the hits were like slow them? Zoomed in heartbeat moment. It was just like pop, it's done. It's like how it kind of happens in real.
The movie carried along.
Yeah,
it wasn't. There wasn't any.
It wasn't a dramatic action packed.
And you didn't even know.
When
things were going down. My dad thinks Jimmy Hoffa is connected to the Kennedy assassination.
There is like I've heard that before too. That's actually a common conspiracy theory.
I thought it was cool. I thought my dad was smart.
No, not common. He is one of the deeper ones. I think that one makes a little bit more sense.
Because he hated the Kennedys.
Well, he hated the Kennedys, and then this was like, I'm going to get the facts totally fucked up, so someone's going to rip me apart. But it's like it's based in the conspiracy that like he had to leverage the mafia for in either some land deal or laws. I can't remember, but it was supposed to be that JFK made some deal with the mafia, and then when he got in power, he didn't support the unions the way he said he would. Yeah, and then so the mafia wanted to fucking. But then, so the mafia didn't want to do it, so they got Jimmy Hoffa to do it, and then after Jimmy Hoffa did it, then he disappeared.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be that's supposed to be the chain. Is that what your dad thinks?
No, I think so. No, he thinks it's something kind of like he hired
straight up just Hoffa. Just did it.
Just Hoffa.
Damn.
Well, Hoffa like
maybe
he had because he had in the Irishman, Hoffa had connections, so he could ask anybody to do it for him and take the fall. And the guy probably didn't even take the fall because he didn't get caught.
Do you think Oswald did it?
I don't know. That's the thing.
What do you think about the actual?
I don't.
Kablamo
again,
incident?
That's not like I don't.
You've never been gone full nerd. That's like I thought you were on the internet in the OG days.
Not
I was like
for that thing though. I was like, it's like for 9/11, sure, but I don't know about JFK. I wasn't too interested.
It was like OG internet trolling when it was forums before YouTube exist.
On 4chan.
I remember finding no.
Of course, it was
some 4chan. Like back.
Of course, it was 4chan.
Back when E-Bomb's world was secretly like dark and weird.
It was always dark and weird.
And then you would find links to weird, creepy sites with people wrapping their in tinfoil and sticking them in electric sockets and
Plane Olympics or some shit like that.
Yeah, and that's how I came on. I stumbled on because I found the Kennedy tapes when I was like fucking 8 or 10 or some shit.
Christ. I lived a sheltered life apparently. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I just dig on the internet like
I didn't. Yeah. Oh my God, that's.
So the Irishman. How many high fives?
I give it
out of 10.
A 6 high five. Six high fives out of 10.
Nah, I give it like a 5.
All right.
It can't go less than 5 because it doesn't look very good. I was just extremely bored.
And
but it looks good.
It's just long. That's my thing. I understand ADHD.
Yeah.
Like fuck, movies are supposed to be for entertainment, not for a 3-hour-long bore.
We got Jojo Rabbit.
I haven't seen it, but I know what it's about.
So do I.
Okay. I like the guy in it.
You like Taiko?
Taiko, yeah.
I feel like Taiko's good in it. I feel like he has to be careful. He has to be very careful because he's going to start overdoing his goofy comedy and people aren't going to want him anymore.
And he's apparently...
he's doing like everything.
Yeah, he may be doing a Star Wars movie.
I'm scared he's doing too much and it's going to get old quick.
Yeah, super...
Like a lot of Thor Ragnaroks in a row would get annoying after a while, you know?
Even, I noticed it in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
His episode.
They always had the extra goofy.
Yeah.
There was always something a little too punchy. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Like the stormtroopers and shit.
Yeah, sorry. That was just like, it's a trope now because he's done it in his other shit before. So I think he needs to, don't go.
He is a good director too. He is just lay off the slapstick for a little bit.
Or do not go full James Gunn and do everything.
True. Because
James Gunn's style is now becoming standard and of a lot of things. Like Birds of Prey. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yeah.
It's not. I think it's done by him. No, it's not. It's done by someone.
I think they did have consult on it though.
Of course. So,
but. You're right. It is an overarching trend though. Like I'm not surprised. A lot of stuff was already leading that way. It's the very retro nostalgia vibe feel, and he just kind of tapped into something you see in weird niche shit and brought it to the big screen.
James Gunn.
Yeah. And not in a bad way. Like not saying it's not creative or not hard to do. I'm not shitting on it by any means. But I think it was a trend that was already picking up, and he just translated it well to fucking movies.
Yeah, like Guardians of the Galaxy, to what you said, is like a very like stuck with the trends of that time and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. So Jojo Rabbit, I think is a good idea.
I'll probably
it's
see
not
it.
I don't like these Wes Anderson-y.
I don't like
That weird vibe humor. It's just not my.
Apparently, it's not. It's deeper than that.
Okay.
Apparently, that's what I've been told.
Okay.
Wes Anderson's a bad director. That's what I think. If we're gonna go to that, I don't.
I respect it. I just don't even want to touch it. I'm just not.
It's so
for a guy
boring.
who's into the arts. I'm not like the weird metaphor fine arts guy.
Yeah, it's like
You can
those
wear your weird red hats over there, bro.
déclassé.
Yeah.
If you want to go. So the Joker.
Bill Murray is cool though. The Joker, never actually saw it. Bill Murray's in like every Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, it's Owen Wilson and shit like that.
Yeah. Wow. The Joker, I never actually saw it because of all the like. Everyone was talking about it. I already knew what was happening. I just kind of didn't feel like digging into that as well. Like it seemed like such a ride that was so controversial, and I got everything by reading it. I felt like I saw all the visuals. I didn't really need all the dots filled in between. I'll see it soon when it comes out on a streaming platform legally.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there. That's cool. I saw it.
Yeah.
It was okay. It wasn't that...
Did you feel you were being oppressed as a male afterwards?
Well, I'm brown, so I'm
That's why I
oppressed no
said
matter
male.
what. It doesn't matter because I'm oppressed no matter what.
Touche. Logic conundrum.
It's like it isn't how like the incel thing that it wants.
I got something in my pockets digging into my butt.
Apparently, are you?
So you weren't an incel after watching the Joker?
No, I was not because it's not a big deal. The movie's like it doesn't. It's pacing. It is pacing. Like there's scenes that shouldn't be there. Joaquin Phoenix is a good Joker. I give him that. But it's just the direction of the movie wasn't.
He is a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. But it's the dude who did. It's the guy who did The Hangover 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. How good can his movies be? And after Hangover 3.
I don't think he's that much of a genius. I don't think he's as alt-righty though as everyone presents, but he is. He's like that comedian.
Alt-right.
He's like a little too far, but he's not necessarily a racist. But you don't need to be pushing things this way, buddy. Like, just step back a minute.
He's like your favorite comedian.
The Andrew Schultz guy.
No, Andrew Schultz is actually funny.
That's true. Fucking Bill Burr?
Bill Burr, yeah, he's like him.
Oh, God. Yeah, I guess that's a good comparison.
Yeah, he's like him. He toes that line, though.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah. But to me, it's just like, it isn't a big deal because the movie doesn't do a good job at what it's supposed to do, tell a origin story. But it doesn't talk about, like, it does talk about it, but to the point.
Well, in that context, yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. I think DC needed that highly, is what you just said. Yeah. They needed something that wasn't, something that just plugs in. It's a good standalone, another Logan. They needed another Logan.
They needed a Logan themselves, yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah, because I'm thinking of mixing it up. Yeah, they needed their Logan. That's just a good here's a standalone good movie.
Right.
We've been up. We're sorry.
Yeah, that's so true. That's true. But it brought in money. It did well. But to me, it doesn't do this. I was so stoked on seeing how he became the Joker. It does not do that well. He just shoots or. People have seen it already. It's January. The movie came out in October.
Yeah.
Go pick it up on Blu-ray. It's going to be on Netflix soon or whatever. Watch it online. Amazon Prime has it. It's already on PS4. But he kills on Robert De Niro. I'm just like, that's it? That's kind of cool, but... And then it's sort of, at the end... You see Bruce's parents die. At that point, it's kind of shoehorning itself into
Batman,
the lore of Batman, which I was like, you didn't need to do. You didn't even need to have Batman or Bruce Wayne at all. But you're just like, because it is Batman, you have to have him there.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No, I agree.
It's like, the reason why I didn't watch Gotham was because of... they had Bruce Wayne in it.
Yeah.
It was like, it's about Gotham.
That, yeah.
But the other side of the
That's why I
argument...
didn't watch it as well.
The other side of the argument is they're saying Gotham and Bruce Wayne are synonymous. You can't have one without the other. And it's like, you kind of can.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's what I think. Little Woman?
I know nothing about it.
I know absolutely not. I know who's in it, but I don't know anything. I know it's like set in at the... I don't want to talk. I don't want to...
Misconstrued?
Yeah, misconstrued.
I haven't watched a lot of movies this year in an appropriate fashion, so I just want to add that disclaimer. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That was an okay movie. It wasn't as big or as hyped as it was made out to be.
I don't have to overdo this one. I said it before to you off camera. I felt like it would have been a much better movie if I was 10 years, 15 years older. Like if you're like 35 to
Around
45. There was a lot of relevant jokes about the TV shows and movies and shit at the time, and I'm aware that they were making punny jokes about it, but I get it. They made Lone Ranger jokes like constantly.
Yeah,
it's
everything
like
was going
I
over
know what it is, but
over my head. Yeah. I saw it with my mom, and she was able to pick up, but she was
like it took me a second to figure
50s.
out. It took me a second to figure out Brad. It was supposed to be Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
Brad Pitt was
no, I
fighting.
knew
I was
that.
trying to pick it up for a second, and then he started making the noises, and I was like, "Oh, like now I feel dumb." Like
I
just
knew that
couldn't-
was Bruce Lee because
I didn't get it at all. I
mentioned
didn't
it.
get it at all.
I
And
didn't
then he
get-
started making the Bruce Lee noises. It's like, okay.
I didn't get half of that movie too, but to be honest, like I didn't get the whole point of him going to the ranch. Why was he meeting that guy? I know he worked with him, but what was the point?
That's why I didn't necessarily like it too much. Because that was the actual. It's all part of the Manson story. Like it was basically a film about the Manson story.
Okay, where was it?
Because they all lived on this weird ranch.
Yeah, but-
the Manson family, and there was that old guy was based on a real guy. He actually was like exactly what was happening in the movie.
Oh.
He was tricked by them, and the one was his girlfriend, and she had. I think they used
That
the
went
same
nowhere,
name.
by the way. That went nowhere.
And that's where that's where I'm saying though it was a bad movie. Is I didn't like it was just so long and weird, and like a lot of it happened that wouldn't like.
Lead to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the whole scene with Dakota Johnson, I was like, okay, she has a scene here. Maybe she'll come. Maybe she's an important character. That's the first and last time you see her. She just shot that scene in an afternoon and said, peace.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. And whatnot.
That's where it was weird. It was weird. The bloody scene at the end was cool. How he was fun, high as fuck.
He's just like, I don't know if that's a real gun or a gun. And he's like, got you too.
I thought that was cool and funny. I like that a lot.
I liked how he just starts taking her hair and starts beating the shit. I was just like, and then he totally killed his wife, by the way.
Huh?
Brad
Oh
Pitt's
yeah.
character, he totally killed his wife.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was weird. I didn't.
And
know
they
how
didn't go
feel
back to
about
that.
That's a good thing to bring up. I forgot about that. I kind of blocked that out of my mind because
That's flashback.
It was a flashback, but is that like weird? Should Tarantino
Because
be
he was-
depicting that?
He
Because
was
he like
going
fully.
like this.
I know.
And she was standing up.
It was a little obvious.
Yeah,
It was
I'm just
hinted at. It was like very much hinted at.
and I was
They just
hoping
tried
that
to
would go
paint her as like
somewhere
an
too.
annoying woman, right? They were trying to paint her as like a naggy wife.
Yeah, that's what they're trying
But
to do.
like they didn't really paint him as like the best partner either, you know what I mean? So it was like kind of a domestic abuse
Yeah,
situation.
Quentin Tarantino-
I
yeah,
was
no.
very confused because it's like you can't. I don't
get-
feel comfortable.
I guess it's what he's thinking or what other people are thinking, because like it's the first time you hear he did that between the two characters, Kurt Russell's and Leonardo's characters, and then they're both thinking that, and that's how, because he knows the truth, and he doesn't come across as a person who fucking kills his wife.
I know, but because it also plays to the West. They're trying to do this whole spaghetti Western thing.
Yeah,
Right? That's the one thing I thought was cool, and they did do artsy and well about it.
I like that shit. I like
Because it
weird
was
shit.
that's how he was the mysterious. He was supposed to. Brad Pitt was supposed to be like John Wayne, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they always had that weird dark myth about them that would make that made their morals ambiguous. Right. So that was his moral ambiguity. John Wayne, is he a bad guy or a good guy? Right. But it's just such a weird fucking way to deliver.
I know, because he wants to be that. That's its approach to shit.
I guess, yeah.
Have you seen the movie 6 Underground?
Yes.
It's bad.
That's a background movie.
What? I didn't even know.
I bet you that does well with kids and shit, though. That's why I hated it, but I was like, there's a whole demographic of people that would probably eat this movie up.
It was so awful.
Yeah, I know.
Michael Bay loves doing those like low angle shots with like a helicopter flying over them and like slow motion, sweat glistening. American flag in the background, have some fucking like a missiles going off and during.
It's easy to get the fucking views. To be fair, it's also hard to make it look good. It's a lot as a director, like making that film. It's not that creative in the.
It isn't because like for
process, but to make it happen is a lot of fucking work to make that shit happen.
For Transformers, he used a couple scenes. In like twice or something. Here's the thing: there are directors who balance the two, balance the others in like their creativity with the writing and the actual content, and then also still do it that way. J.J. Abrams is good at that. Michael Bay spends about a day or two writing a script, or like not even 2 days. Sorry, a day. And then spends about a month doing shooting because all the shootings are like are like stunts and whatnot. Yeah, and that's why all these stories have shallow storylines. They have no depth to them because he didn't spend any time. The same goes for Zack Snyder. He spends like a day writing the movies and then.
Color coding
the shit out of something and like making something slow motion and then making a bad movie.
Fair.
So yeah.
What else do we got?
We got Marriage Story. You've seen parts of it.
As I said, I saw parts of it, but it just made me overall uncomfortable. It wasn't necessarily bad, but it was just
do you
I don't need to deal with this.
The leads in it or? In general,
I think Buddy is more fit in those type of roles, but now that he is Kylo Ren, it's hard not to see him as Kylo Ren. I think if he chose not to be Kylo Ren, he'd be good, but that's true. He's cursed by the Sith.
I think Scarlett Johansson is cursed to be a Black Widow.
No.
Oh God.
She changes character very well. She's like very good. She takes
also
on different personalities.
Yeah.
And race. But she takes on different personalities very well. The schnoz on Mans.
Adam Driver,
his schnoz. He's got a fucking nose on that man. So the thing is, it's hard for him to like look like somebody else or like take on a new character because it's like, well, you fucking. It's like Rami Malek. Like it was the only
Mr. Robot.
It's
now
so hard. He could only be the queen, dude, because the only thing you can do is shove giant buck teeth in his mouth because he already looks so fucking bug-eyed.
Adam Driver or Driver. I'm sounding like a hipster. I knew him before he became big. I saw him in the show Girls on HBO. He was.
I heard of that, but I never saw it.
It's if you're a girl, you would.
But I think he shouldn't have done Kylo Ren, and he would have probably done better. But that's who the fuck am I?
Yeah, he isn't a Luke. Really.
Yeah, exactly. Parasite.
I really want to see.
So do I. Maybe we should have a Parasite watch party
coming up.
Because it's in all Japanese, right?
Korean.
The Korean.
Ooh,
I thought it was Japanese.
No, it's a South Korean.
Because I saw the people petitioning to not have it remade in English.
Yes, and good for that.
I agree.
Don't make it.
I agree.
Do not make it.
So as soon as they try to translate like The Raid and all that type of shit into like American style movies, it was just always shit.
I hate how moviegoers are so lazy now. They're like, we don't want to read
an American version.
Like, bitch, I've been reading subtitles my entire life.
Yeah, that's our generation. I think that shit will start. That's why I think we're seeing more movies like this.
Yeah, it's
like
the first
last year,
one.
like Roma. No, they had Roma. Yeah, that was that weird black and white straight to Netflix one last year that Spielberg was bitching about. It was all Italian.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
It's getting more common because I think people in our demographic now that we are the older fucking generation and it affects this type of shit.
Right.
But we've seen anime and this and that our whole lives. I think people are used to it. Yeah, Bollywood, touche. Oh, because you would be watching it and like, hey, okay, I get it. Yeah, I guess we'll just do the last one here then. Yeah.
19. I really want to see this.
I do want to see it too.
It's a World War One done by.
Oh, I'm a sucker for a military movie.
Yeah, I know you are.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's kind of like, because I'm also so cynical about like imperialism and how the military works, but I love me a good
war.
There was a good one on Netflix that was super cheesy, very bad, but I loved how bad it was with Chris Hemsworth called like 12 Strong.
Yeah, I saw that.
I loved
haven't
how
seen
bad it was. It was so bad. It was so bad it was good though.
Okay.
It was like the perfect cheesy military. They had to ride horses in Afghanistan and all this shit. It was like the first 12 troops, and of course it's Chris Hemsworth, and he's off duty, but because he saw the towers, he has to go back, and he goes back. It's all about 9/11.
Oh my god! By the way,
it's very America, yeah, but they do a good job of like painting the humanity of the Afghani warlords and stuff. That they're not just like power hungry. That it's like an ancestor, like it's super fucking confusing.
Yeah, it's more like it's trying to make.
They humanize it a little bit more than like, oh, here's a dude in a turban. Let's
shoot him.
Yeah, they humanize it well.
The modern warfare campaign tries to humanize, and tries to say the American troops are the good guys. They love.
I know.
There's a fucking. Oh, okay.
They do it in all the Call of Duties.
No, this one is different because you are now an American soldier embedded with the resistance, but you're now saying, yeah, let's do it. But then in like 3 years, you're going to be on the other side.
Yeah,
for fighting against the. It's a bad campaign, by the way. I don't like it.
Okay, good to know.
All
right. We done with this?
We're done with this.
So last question then. Last question on this note. Are the Oscars relevant?
I don't know anymore.
I don't think they are. I don't think anyone gives a single fuck.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just for rich people to pat each other on the back, and even more white rich people to fucking make more money.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple of female directors that were left off the list.
Always.
Yeah. Meghan leaving the royal family. How do you feel about that?
First, I've always hated people's obsession with the royal family.
Yeah, me too.
I don't really understand why it's such a big fucking deal.
It's still a scar for some of us, apparently.
Why?
Because of colonialism.
The white man doesn't
care about that. I know.
Meghan, royal family. Fuck me stuttering. Did you see all this shit about like how they're like all slightly racist towards her?
Yeah, that's like day one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. So of course they're leaving. And something I didn't consider about, I was listening to another podcast because I'm a dork, and I forgot about the whole like his mom. Like this shit would be traumatizing for him. Like he's probably got PTSD.
Yeah.
Like his mom died because they were hounded by paparazzi and
people
chased all over the place, being reported on, and it was an inside story. So he's probably fucking silently freaking out behind the scenes. Yeah. Like what the fuck's gonna happen? Are they gonna kill her? Are they gonna what's gonna happen?
In an interview, he was saying the reason he's just like I lost my mother, and I will protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. He's like, they don't want, he's saying they don't want what they did to his mother, to her, to Meghan Markle, so, to do what they're doing to her. But I think he is his mother's son. He's like, he actually...
Oh yeah,
he's definitely his mother's son. He doesn't like that whole, and even from the beginning, he didn't like the whole lifestyle too. Mm-hmm. He's like the more rebellious one, and then Meghan Markle being black was apparently a slap in the face for the Queen, because she wanted to keep the homogenous blood white, which makes sense, right? Because it's all from brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and that's totally fine, but. It's 2020. We don't need a fucking monarch. They're living off tax dollars, and it's sort of like you don't do anything.
Yep.
They don't do anything.
Absolutely nothing.
Like at least when there are kings and queens in other countries, I think a lot of them they're the government. Mm-hmm. They dictate shit. I think.
Not really anymore.
No, not in the. Well, yeah, you're right. What am I saying? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we still have governor generals. The fuck is up with that?
What is that like? The ambassador to the or
They're like above the Senate.
and
Each year they give a recommendation based on like the Queen's assessment, based on like the recommendation of the British government and their personal opinion on what we should be doing with our laws.
Why do we have that?
Because we are a Commonwealth nation. Australia has a governor general as well, and
We shouldn't be a Commonwealth nation then. We should not have any ties to what?
It's kind of just like they do have that, and each province province also has a governor general, and technically it has never happened for about the past 50 years, but they do have the right that if they want, they can veto any law that goes through the parliament. But it's like never ever happened. It's supposed to be the Canadian power check, so you don't get a Trump. You've got a guy above a Trump that can go, oh, fuck no, we're not going to war.
Oh, true. Okay, that's good. But at the same time, then that's good. But why do we have a connection to Britain? We don't,
They're supposed to be like autonomous, but there's like
we're not autonomous.
It's the Queen's representative is supposed to.
Yeah, the Queen's representative can go back to Britain because we're fucking our own country.
And it's elected by Canadians. It's one of those really long positions.
I need to send a letter
We should put a fun facts up on the screen.
I'm gonna send
your fucking government structure.
Yeah. Or
you don't know that there's just someone who snitches to the Queen here?
Yeah, I always thought I knew about the Governor General, but
they do. It's never been used.
My cousin,
it's never been used.
She worked under the Governor General, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They're supposed to be unbiased. They evaluate the government's processes and da-da-da. The provincial ones do the provincial governments, the national ones is national.
There shouldn't be any ties to Britain.
No, that's what you say, but we should trust in the Queen and her opinion and her tea and her crumpets.
I mean, partition, but that's not there.
Okay, nerd time?
That's not a thing. Nerd time.
Time?
Actually, do you know, okay, yeah, the Morbius trailer. How do you feel about that?
I want to see who Doctor Who is. He's the bad guy. I'm telling you right now.
I'll Google it right now.
I always forget that actor's name, but he was the bow tie Doctor Who.
David Tennant or whatever?
No, the David Tennant is the one who's snippy and has the brunette hair, and every girl has a waifu crush on.
Isn't it?
I guess. He's the bad guy.
We're going to get yelled by so many people. It's like, you don't know Doctor
Hey,
Who.
I'm making a pretty relevant reference. Okay, it's Matt Smith.
It is Matt Smith. Like, I don't...
He's my favorite one, too, by the way.
I've never seen an
I'll go to hell, but nonetheless, he's the bad guy, I guarantee it.
Well, what are you talking about in Morbius? So...
His name is Hunger.
All right, so he's clearly
He's definitely the bad guy, and he's a mutant man and a sewer killer.
All right, so that's all the things
and he used to work with Hydra.
All right, Hydra.
Yeah, he's a vampire.
Okay, and he is a bad guy for sure. Okay, so
but Morbius is also a bad guy too. That's supposed to be the confusing part.
But I've read I did some research, and it says he's like the tragic or the anti-hero.
He's always been an anti-hero.
He's like Venom in a sense, where Venom isn't really the bad guy.
Yeah, that's why they're just trying to set them both up, because they could see it adds more story for them to play with.
Why don't they have the synergistic in the Spider-Man PS4 game? Like Vulture, Doc Ock, Scorpio, Reptile. No, Rhino. Reptile's a fucking...
No, they have Reptile as well, though. What's the fucking Reptile called? The doctor that turned himself into an alligator. He's not called Reptile? What's he called?
Reptile.
Yeah.
But he's dead. He's dead, and he's not even connected to these.
He's dead in PS4?
No. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the movie ones. They should bring them.
I thought you were talking about...
They should bring the PS4 ones, yeah.
No, I don't know. Well, we saw that Michael Keaton was in there, right?
Yeah, that blew my mind. I was just like...
Because they're setting up exactly what you said.
The MCU, I thought it was MCU contained, but then Sony... Oh, yeah.
That they made their deal over, and that's what's happening now.
Spider-Man is going to appear in both now?
Both, but still limited certain appearances in Marvel. I think it's like one joint movie and then 2 solo movies.
Yes, and then the Avengers.
And then they can use him as much as they want in theirs, though.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. So then Tommy Boy gets to run back and forth.
At some point, Disney is just going to buy Sony, so it won't matter.
I think it's also like a good tip deal because the thing is like
Monopoly.
Well, because they have guaranteed Tommy Boy back, right? Mm-hmm. They're guaranteed him back. All they have to do is make good movies with him, and if Fox movies keep to flopping, then they just say, well, that was the Fox one. Mm-hmm. Like it's already they're already so deep into making you watch so much different content that it'll be very easy for them to say, hey, you guys are a bunch of nerds, this is retcons, just don't fucking. That's
what I thought they were gonna do with it. Well, when they introduced the film, I thought they were gonna be like, this is its own separate thing, it's not connected, we're gonna focus on some other characters, y'all can have your time with Spider-Man. But now they're going to be like, let's just monopolize. Yeah, I don't. It's confusing, but let's just see what happens.
I wonder how they that last spider-based point. I wonder how they introduced his cat friend, cat lady, night something.
Oh,
white something.
White power. No.
She got the furry outfit.
Yeah. Fucking.
Fang.
Felicia or something. Like
yeah.
Felicia. Something.
I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah,
but I wonder how they introduce her because she's like a weird. Tom Holland is still a little young for movie goers, right? It'll be interesting to introduce her. She was supposed to have her own movie and shit lined up. She is coming. But then after
Black Cat.
And then after a bunch of other stuff started to flop, they delayed it a while.
Yeah, but she is coming out with her own movie.
She was supposed to come out in the Andrew Garfield era. That movie. That's how they planned it at first.
And I've also heard that they're going to introduce Mary Jane into that one too.
Like the current one?
Because
the other ones.
One.
Oh, okay.
They're going to do the third one because Gwen Stacy dies in the second one. So, spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Boo. Okay, next one.
Hate watching and cats. Okay.
Are you down for this trend? Of hate watching.
I'll hate watch it on my own time. I won't really.
But you don't want to give your money to hate watch. I feel you on that.
I like for jokes. I'll go and see it.
I hate that too.
For jokes, I'll just go and see it.
But I don't want to pay for
50 Shades.
I don't want to pay for it. So you went and paid to see 50 Shades.
Well, it was.
But
on
you
a
won't
date.
See Cats.
It's on a date, so.
So if it was for a date, would you go see Cats?
Yes, I have to.
Okay, touche.
Because I saw Les Miserables.
As long as you still keep the same energy.
Well, I don't know. It has to be like something that's like, if Underground 6 was in theaters, I wouldn't even bother.
Why?
It's a bad movie.
It's not that bad.
Okay, it's like out of 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, but
it's 12%.
I think so.
That's funny. I think it's trash, but it's like kiddos. Someone's gonna like that. I was surprised that dude got impaled so fucking quickly. That James Franco.
I thought he was gonna be in the movie.
It's not James Franco. It's the younger brother. Dave Franco.
Yeah.
I was surprised they got impaled so quickly and violently. I thought they were at least gonna have
37%.
Yeah, it looks. No, because it probably does well internationally.
Yeah,
it's just Ryan Reynolds clips just for days. Like way too many of them. Mm-hmm. It's like sickening. It's extremely sickening. It's way too
gross.
much of, wow.
I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Wow, I'm driving a fast car, guys.
Wow, that's your Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, I just cut someone's head off, boys.
Oh, the Green Lantern.
Oh, I'm holding an eyeball.
And he comes off like he plays the same role in every movie I found.
Now, yeah. Ever since he got
Deadpool. He's now Deadpool, and he's Deadpool in this.
Yeah, at least he got past Blade Trinity.
Yeah. Have you seen his movie, The Bodyguard?
Yeah.
That was a good movie, actually. I enjoyed it.
It wasn't bad. I liked it.
It was good.
I didn't mind it.
Sam Jackson was good.
Yeah, it was a cool twist on the concept, and they did play on each other well, but it wasn't like...
I like the fight scene, but...
Yeah.
Get into that later. Cats. Do you see Cats yet or no?
Cats, no. Fuck that. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
I just say hate watching. I'm not down with it, so I don't want to go hate watch this shit.
Okay, so next one is the Sony's missing E3.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that Sony missing E3 points to the decline, but they've... reword it, flip the idea.
Okay.
It points to change that has been occurring for a while, because I feel like these companies have already been setting up to like
do their own
Nintendo Direct, all this bullshit. They've already been shifting that way for several years now. So anyone who pays attention to those shits is it's not a surprise, but it is a big deal.
It is a big deal, absolutely, because like this is the second year.
Yep.
And I think there's going to be a shift in how they present their games. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be more of the Nintendo Direct way. We're gonna pre-produce something and just give it to you, rather than do this whole press conference. EA may still do it, but Microsoft, I don't see them doing that. I think press conferences in general are done, because E3 had the lowest turnout last year. It's declining ever since. So I don't think they're important. I think everyone overdid it too much, and then it became too... It's because of the internet.
I disagree with that, personally. I don't think it's because of the internet, because the internet was already around when this shit started popping. There was already YouTube. That was already happening when this was started. The con scenes, E3, if you weren't a tech dude, if you weren't a gamer, no, you didn't know what E3 was until like 2015, 2014, maybe.
I would say it's
the
13.
Internet was...
because
so not the general public. It's something all of us are already aware of.
I like your socks.
Thank you. I had some camel toe going on, buddy. So
right on.
Fix that up here. If I did that, let me pause the restart.
Alright, I'm good too myself.